According to Trump lawyer Alina Habba, who recently, I just learned this, has apparently been elevated to a full-blown campaign advisor for Donald Trump's 2024 campaign. But Alina Habba said in an interview with Fox News this week, or she suggested in an interview with Fox News this week, that her fame is proof somehow that Donald Trump was in fact politically persecuted. Let me read you what Alina Habba said. First of all, she was asked by Fox News host Martha McCallum, hey, Biden's not going to drop out. What say you? And Alina Habba, who of course has, she shouldn't even be commenting on that issue. She's not a political person. But anyway, she said this: President Biden is doubling down. He is clearly on the take for all of these items, electric cars, China, whatever it is, and whoever it is that he may be in bed with and have deals with. You're a lawyer, okay? You went to law school. You know that you can't just go out there and make crap up if you want to make an argument. If you were to say something like that in court, and granted you were on Fox News, not in court, but if you were to say something like that in court, you would immediately be sanctioned and possibly even disbarred because you're just making things up. You are absolutely making things up. You want to talk about people on the take from China? How about we talk about the millions of dollars in business deals that Donald Trump got from China while he was president of the United States? You want to talk about that? We haven't seen any Chinese money flowing into Joe Biden's pockets. But it pisses me off to see this. And I tell you why it pisses me off. Because I have personal experience with helping lawyers go on national and international television. Honest to God, that's been part of my job for 20 years, not just with Mike Papantonio, but with other lawyers at that law firm. I've had to coach them to go on TV. So I know that when they go on TV, everything they say is factually based. They can back it up with hard evidence, even though they're not in court and, nobody's under oath, but they still behave on TV the same way they would in a courtroom. They present evidence and they can back it all up. Alina Habba apparently doesn't do that. And that's why that pisses me off so much, because I have spent 2 decades of my life prepping lawyers to go on television. But then things got truly nutty with Alina Habba. This is the regime's attack for election interference. They have wasted taxpayer dollars for 3 years. Martha, I have been in and out of courts, as everybody knows. And the fact that President Trump's lawyer has become well known says it all. This is not something that has ever happened. Right? There's never been a lawyer in the United States that has become famous for representing a famous client, right? Nope. I can't think of a single instance where a lawyer took on a high-profile client and then became famous for it. I guess Alina Habba's right. Somebody better go tell that to, well, you can't, but Johnny Cochran doesn't ring a bell, Alina Habba? Shapiro? Alan Dershowitz? My God. There are people in this country today that got famous for representing high-profile clients. That doesn't mean that their clients were innocent. It doesn't mean that they were politically persecuted. Not only does your claim not have any basis in reality, because that happens all the time. If you're a lawyer and you take on a case for a high-profile client, you know what's going to happen? The media is going to call you up and say, come on my show. Hey, come on my show. Come on our show. Talk about the case. Talk about the case. Let's do this. These people become household names. Usually, bit of a flash in the pan, right? You know their names for a year or two, then you forget about them. But that's what happened with Alina Habba. You didn't become famous because Donald Trump was politically persecuted. You became famous because you couldn't resist sticking your face in front of a TV camera. Hell, even when Donald Trump was going through his criminal trial, you had to go to a hearing for the civil trial down the street. Then after that was done, you ran over to the courthouse because you saw a bunch of cameras. You pushed your way in front and literally started talking mid-sentence. I did a segment on it right here talking about your idiotic performance. You're shoving your face in front of these cameras, and that's why you became famous. Nobody out there is saying Alina Habba's famous because she is a brilliant legal mind. She is a brilliant litigator. Damn, she nailed it on closing arguments. Nobody has said that. And you're going to sit there bragging about your so-called fame, claiming that it's somehow proof that Donald Trump is an innocent man? The reason people talk about you is because of the stupid crap that comes out of your mouth every time you get in front of a camera. And sure, I guess that makes you famous, but it's not a kind of fame that you should want. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.